Well, hello all you beautiful peeps out there in the interwebs. This is Tashlan, Charlie the dog, and Puddon Anpye the pussycats, and we're saying hello and welcome to Creativerse. Now, where I am at the moment is I am near my little soft fall thing that I've made, and that little hut that I made. And I don't like that little hut. I think it's horrible and I'm going to get rid of it. But what I've decided to do, because as you know, we've had a new update which is including player made blueprints, and some of those blueprints are absolutely amazing. So I've selected a couple that I'm going to put down in place. I'm going to sort of create an entire environment in this area. I will be customizing the blueprints, but I think that that's something that we can walk through together. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do a little turn around to show you where I've put down 3 blueprints, and I think that these, where they are, will fit in very nicely. I've got a beacon here which I think could look very much like a little lighthouse. There's a beautiful fortress here, and in the background there is a little volcanic island, which I think is just great. So what we're going to do, we're going to fly around and I'll show you. See, this is where I put my little hut. So instead of that little hut, we will have this kind of lighthouse beacon type thing, and then we will have this fortress. And what I plan to do is the bridge, or the little landing here that you can see, I will carry that on over to the beacon and possibly to our little fall down into the corruption layer. And I will devise some form of bridge network onto this side as well, so that it will bring us here to this volcanic island here. There's quite a few blocks that are used in here that I'm probably going to change up, not because I don't think that they work, but I don't think they work where I want this to be, if that entirely makes sense. So I mean, this is the nice thing with blueprints, is that you can customize them. So that's what we will do. There's quite a lot of natural blocks used in this, and I'd prefer to change up what natural blocks are being used to sort of fit it in with the canyons and that kind of thing. And yeah, we will have some kind of method of getting between these 3 structures, which will, I'm going to land in the water if I'm not careful, which will then represent our little coastal building. Scrabbling for the right word there. So I do kind of, I mean, these are all different builds from different people, and so and I'm not sure if I actually look at the blueprint if it credits the person. If it does, no, it doesn't actually credit the person, but this is the bedrock fortress, as it's called. So if you look up bedrock fortress, it will come up, tells you how many blocks, and it tells you how many watchtowers it's got, and a building, and it's got a bridge, and that bridge I will try and carry on in different areas. So that's the one that we're going to do, and this is the coral island with the active volcano. And the nice thing is with these blueprints, I mean, you can zoom right in, so you get to see all the details, and oops, bit of a delay there, zooming out, and that will be the active volcano which we've positioned at the back. And as you can see, it's got this sort of natural blocks here, but because we're building it in canyon and sand, I'll want to change that out so it fits in more with being in canyon and sand. So I'm definitely going to be making some types of modifications on this particular blueprint, but I think it'll look nice. I might also change out, there's quite a lot of bungalow blocks, and that, to me, it feels a bit busy. So I probably will change that out a fair bit. As you can see, it's quite a number of blocks there as well. And then this is the beacon. It's smaller, so we'll definitely work on this. But again, I want to change it out. This has got mostly, it looks like stone and that sort of thing, and I want to get it so we've got a lot of sand and probably canyon stone blocks to sort of again fit it in. I want to change up the red. Yes, so mess around with customization and that sort of thing. So there you go, the alpha beacon. It's the coral island with active volcano and the bedrock fortress. So of course we're going to need to be gathering quite a few things and clearing out a few things. So I will probably do that and then sort of speed up the footage rather than letting you sit through me going jabba 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 dig 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 jabba 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 dig dig dig. So just showing you the plan, and then I'm going to crack on for a little bit. Where did I land? Did I make it? It's a bit confusing. Okay, so we will swim out over here and we will activate this. And I think we're having a bit of a delay because it doesn't normally show the preview. That's strange. Okay, so obviously I have to get rid of everything I've built here. So yeah, I'll be right back and do this as speeded up footage. Okay, so you saw me do that little bit of clearance there, and I'm now going to see how much customization we would like to do. So we go here where it says customize, which allows us to change the palette. Now you can only change the palette with something that you've already got in your inventory. So you can change it, save that change, and then go and build, create what you want, put that in. And the nice thing with how they've done these blueprints, I mean, this I think is absolutely brilliant, is that this dynamically changes as you change things. So if you put something in and you think, oh no, actually that doesn't really work, it's a great way of seeing before you've actually done the build and then have to take it down again. So I'll show, for example, like bungalow roof. Pop that in, so we'll see where they've put that roof that I've replaced, and it was just there by those stairs. And we see we've got some stairs here, and now we were using these red adobe stairs. So what if we replace that? Where does that change things? And there you can see it's changed things here and it's changed things here. And so far I'm not averse to how it's looking. I do want to change this limestone roof. I'm not sure if the bungalow roof will work, so we're going to try that and have a look. There'll be some bits that change because I don't have any, these inner corners or the outer corners. So it'll look a little bit strange where all of those have been used. But I must admit, I think that the, can we zoom in just a little bit? Where the adobe stairs are, and zoom out just a bit, and that green, it actually looks quite nice. I think what we'd have to do is with the slabs, maybe replace them with glass slabs. I'm trying to zoom out, that's not letting me. It's like, oh, there we go. Zoomed out again. So we'll have to see about that. But the pink and the green, I'm not really averse to that. Yes, we will have to find some kind of substitute for the slabs. I'm actually thinking we'd probably want, well, I've got them here. Let's try these red adobe slabs and see. Yeah, that works. Nice. So what else will we need to replace? Well, we'll need the beacons. These I would probably change out for red holiday lights. I don't have any on me, so I can't change that for now. Definitely this stone boulder wall. I think we will change that for the sandcastle wall. And a bit difficult to see where that's changed things. Oh, that does look quite nice. And then we have the smooth sandstone. I'm looking, there's two, this one's got the most. So let's put the smooth sandstone on this one. And where we've got this, that's where we will put our stucco wall, I think. So there you go. I mean, there's still some changes that we need to make, but as you can see, the blueprint's already looking very different. With the fence, I think we would probably have to go with, I don't have it with me, either wooden fence, or I think to go with this, probably the industrial fence would work quite well. We are going to need to, I think I'll stick with those. I was going to change that, but I think the red stained glass is looking quite nice. We will need to see if we can do the bungalow roof as corners. We will need, let's have a look. Even the medieval lamps, I think they can stay, and just see what fence we can replace that with. So let's save that. And then we can sort of exit out of that. So that will already be, oops, giving us different hints now. And I see, yeah, I think we will change out these blue lights because we're going for a different color palette now. But yeah, we need to get some corners and that sort of thing. So we're going to head back to our base and going to see if we've got any of that industrial fence. And I'm afraid this episode is going to be a bit sort of bitty because it's a lot of planning and then a lot of gathering and a lot of thinking, and you know me and thinking, well, not always good. So let's zoop along here, and I think the first thing that we want to check is in our processors. Oh, that's nice. We're going to need a few of those. If we can, we can. Okay, so let's just make a couple of those and a couple of those so that we can change the palette and see how well that works. And then we also want the industrial. Do I have in there? Nope. No, of course not. Industrial fence. There we go. All right, so that's all we really needed, I think, to change the palette. And so resource mine. I got a bit confused then, which isn't hard, I know. Right, and we're back. Okay, so we'll run along here. Ah, okay. I didn't see that when I was taking this other stuff down. That was interesting, wasn't it? Okay. Well, fine. Now we've done it. Okay, we'll pop around here again. And I will customize again. So now let's see that industrial fence in there. And of course the nice thing is if we find when we put a couple in that it's not working for us, then it's not a really big problem just to switch the palette back. So we'll put that in as well. And this is now going to start giving us a better indication of what it's going to look like there. It reset up to there and I clicked the wrong thing. So we'll plop that there and there we go. And now you can see that, I mean, this is the great thing with the blueprints, is you're not stuck doing, you know, to one color palette. You can enjoy somebody's design and think, oh, you know, if only I could have it in like this. And with this, as you can see, you totally can. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. So we will save that. And of course, now what we need is we will need to get all of these materials. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a note of all of these and then go and gather all the stuff that's needed to create all of this, so we can just do a quick build once I've got all the blocks. So yeah, I will be right back, guys. Right, well, as you saw, I was doing quite a bit of gathering and not quite enough. So I'm going to take a quick run back to the jungle. because I need to get some more leaves just to craft a few more bungalow roofs, and I also need to kill some feral pigsies. So far I've collected my sandcastle blocks. I've got the inner and outer corners of the roofs, and so yes, this is just a leaf gathering mission. I don't need that many, so we'll just take this down. But you can see just a little project like this, and this is a relatively small Creativerse project. You can see now how long it takes just with gathering materials and getting all your recipes together. I mean, we haven't started the build. Granted, if you're not building from blueprint, then you pretty much tend to build with what you've got, get your design, and then think, you know, I think that would look nicer with a different block, and then you change it out. So that there's much more of a creative process in that regards. But I like blueprint building in a way, because it does sort of mean that you can get all your gathering done and you're not going backwards and forwards. But me being scatty like I am, I generally end up going backwards and forwards anyway. But you know, c'est la vie. Yes, I'm just gathering some of these up. I didn't know, or didn't remember, to be quite honest with you, that the bungalow roof required the leaves as well. Otherwise I would have gathered them while I was here gathering up the wood. And you probably will have noticed as I was gathering up the wood that I tend to gather like inside the trees, and I do that because it kind of retains the integrity of the tree without, you know, having to take the whole tree down. You just get what you want, scrabble it out from the inside. Now I will need to glide down without killing myself. Well, you know, I'm apt to do that. And see if we can't nab ourselves some feral pigsies now. I believe I have enough to do the rest. I only need 76, and I've now got 85. So on my little scratch pad that I've got here, I'm going to tick that off. We've done that bit. And I've gathered a lot more wildwood than I knew I'd need, because I know in the other build that there's a fair bit of bungalow goodies. So it while I was there, I went for it. So let's see. Now we don't want night creatures. We don't want you. Let's see if we can get some feral pigsies. This might result in me dying a few times, to be honest. Don't have the best weapons or armor. Let's see what we can do. Ouch. Alright, killed myself just falling. Do I have any mushrooms on me? I do. I'm going to put those in that second bar, and then that can go into that there. So I like that sound. Like, I don't know if anybody who actually makes that sound when they eat, you know, only when they're joking. Come on, I'm right in the middle of a jungle, not a single feral pig's in. I can guarantee you, if I didn't have this on peaceful, I would be fending them off, because every turn they'd be at me. But now, oh no, not a single one. Typical, isn't it? Absolutely typical. Right. Yeah. What did I see over there? I saw something flash. Oh, it's only you. Boring. I might have to wait for them to start spawning, because all my presence is doing is just spawning countless night creatures, which isn't helping. So I'll probably have to wait until daytime, and it's quite far from daytime at the moment. Okay, so I will do that. And oh, that dog's making so much noise today. Sneezing and thwapping, and goodness knows. Restless he is. Restless. I love him though. And he knows I'm talking about him because now he's coming for attention. Oh, bless his heart. Yeah, I'm not having any success here, am I? Okay, so I'll be back in a little while. Well, as you saw, I did quite a lot of gathering there. I'm trying to work my way through building all of this stuff, and it's going all right. I find it quite nice and quite almost zen, just going zoop 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 zoop. And so I'm sure you all saw me just fall down the hole. I was like, okay, I fell down a hole. And then I had to sort of dig a little stairway to get myself out. I thought, don't worry, I'll edit that out. And I thought, no, I'll let you guys see that things don't always go according to plan. I need to make some red pigment here. I've got plenty of red flowers, so I'll just do a bunch. And I'm pretty sure I can hear a keeper out there. You know me and the keeper hunt. So which way shall we go? We go out this way because he seems to be quite near. Oops, a bit of lag. Up here, up here, up here, up here, up here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's see if we can spot the keeper. There he is. Let's take out the sword. And come here, little keeper. I want to smack your bottom. There we go. Keeper. Nice. Excellent. So we'll come back in here. We're not going to get a lot more done today. That sort of sped up footage that you see takes a surprising amount of time. I mean, each 5 minutes that I'm showing, it takes about 20 minutes to record, believe it or not. I'm quite amazed. But I kind of like showing you the whole process. I think that I don't know, maybe it'll give an appreciation of how much work goes into some of the creations that you see, and let's face it, there are some absolutely beautiful creations out there. I will need to go and get some more mud because I don't think I've got enough adobe bricks there. And what else? Oh, I've got the blue lamp, so let's just get rid of that. We managed to craft all of that. So just stone rods. Oh, I'm pretty sure I have a few of those. Okay, so we've got the stone rods, and I've just gone around in a circle. It's okay, I do that in real life too. I really do. So we'll collect some of that. So we'll craft what we can. Oops, I didn't exit. Have I messed things up? No, it's okay. You know what, the stucco wall, although we could do quite a lot of that now. How much do we need? We need 172 of the stucco wall. Well, okay. So 40, 80, 120, 160, 168, 100. I think that's 172 actually. It's close. Yeah, it's more. Okay. Ah, stucco wall by accident. Nice. So we want it was the red adobe wall. Oops, sorry. I'm recording out of my usual time, so red adobe, there we go. Let's see how much of this we can craft. Now, interestingly, because I'm trying to make stairs and slabs, I'm going to need an awful lot of this wall. So it makes quite an interesting, yes, amount of adobe bricks. Quite an interesting calculation there. But we do want all of this to be slabbed, so we can set that going. I'm sure that there are people out there who'd sit down with a pen and paper and work out, well, I need this and it takes that. No. I'm random gal. I don't do that. I'm just like, oh, that's enough. That'll do. Right, so that's actually quite a few slabs, but I do think we are going to need to be collecting some more things. And I will have to also, I mean, this storage system, it's more organized than I was, but it is still quite disorganized. So I will be looking to make this even more organized. I mean, I've got plenty of space. There's no problem as far as space is concerned. So yeah, as our needs grow, so will our storage. But I think that's going to be pretty much me for today. I think I've shot enough footage to at least do half an hour. If not, there might be some sped up footage of me doing some more gathering. But for now, from me, Tashlan, from Charlie the dog, and from Puddon Anpye the pussycats, you know we love you loads. Peace out, peeps.